Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And over the course of the past couple of weeks, people have not been able to stop talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Good or bad, it has dominated social media, dominated conversation. Even though HBO Max's launch has been relatively lackluster, get on Roku so I can actually enjoy what I'm paying for. A lot of people out there are so very hopeful for this release, but the other aspect of it that's been generating a lot of traffic has been the conversation surrounding release the Ayer cut. And this is one that a lot of people, myself included, really want. But it may not happen. We have to be fair on that front. But the reason why it should happen has a lot to do with Jared Leto's performance as the Joker, which has not always been looked at in the positive, especially when this is the first image that they dropped all the way back in August of 2015, nearly 5 years ago. And you got headlines like this from The Verge saying, "This is Jared Leto's Joker. I'm sorry." And people out there were bashing on it constantly. I'm one of the few people that actually defended the look. As you can see here, this is a very old video of mine. Back when we didn't even call it the DCEU, we called it the DCU. And I've got 366 downvotes to 451 upvotes. And I was supportive of this. In fact, I've always been very supportive of this. And it's one of the reasons why I was excited to see the movie. And when the movie came out, it did relatively well. It did over 700 some odd million dollars. It was #1 at the box office. A lot of people kept going back to go watch it. And a big reason of that was not only Harley Quinn, but Jared Leto as the Joker. And believe me, Warner Brothers very much wanted to invest into Jared Leto. So much so that they had brought him back. This is a trade from August 22nd, 2017, a year after the release of Suicide Squad, saying Jared Leto's Joker expected in Suicide Squad 2 and Gotham City Sirens, followed up by a Variety article, the Joker Harley Quinn movie in the works with Jared Leto, Margot Robbie. This is from 2017 as well. And then this is from 2018, Jared Leto's Joker getting his own movie. This was potential 4 or 5 movies that they wanted Jared Leto to get into, be at Warner Brothers. And then that all kind of went away. It did. It all absolutely went away when, well, this Joker came out, and this Joker pulled in $1 billion. I mean, ever since then, people have been saying, we don't want Jared Leto as the Joker. Give us more Joaquin Phoenix. Never mind the fact that they have said time and time again that this was going to just be a one-off movie and not meant to tie into the DCEU at all. But when it grosses $1 billion, sequel talk is always on the horizon. And the thing is, Joker 2019 is a very good movie. It's a very well-made movie, deserving of the accolades and the money that it earned. But it's pitted Jared Leto and Joaquin Phoenix against each other for the future of the character, which is why it's always interesting to go back and look at this headline from right after Joker released last year, where this is coming in from the Hollywood Reporter saying, you've got to stop this. Jared Leto fumed over new Joker movie. And this was a whole expose designed to kind of minimize Jared Leto's Joker and kind of prop up the 2019 movie. But if you really looked at everything I just showed you, all those 4 movies that they wanted him to partake in, everything that they were wanting him to do, the 90 minutes of footage that we didn't get to see that was shot for Suicide Squad, all of those things, you can see why he was going to be upset, considering that last little bit there was a movie he was going to produce and star in and take place in the hiring of the crew even. So the Joker movie that was going to be Jared Leto's Joker movie was something he was actively interested in, and it completely makes sense that he would jump ship over to Sony as a result of this. But then when we talk about where things currently stand and why I'm bringing this up, David Ayer here has been singing Joker's praises for years now. He cast Jared Leto in the role. He wrote the script. He wrote the dialogue. He wrote this performance, so to speak, and he loves it. And he's very protective over it. In fact, just the other day, we got this little ditty on Twitter talking about the movie, and they said, look, the movie was shot because the tone was too dark. My first act was a normally constructed film. I took my inspiration from Nolan. There were real scenes with incredible acting between Jared and Margot. Joker was terrifying. Harley was complex. And the Joker was terrifying thing is interesting when you look at the idea of the 2019 movie because of all of the nonsense that surrounded it. They tried to apply this movie will destroy society angle as a way to generate clicks and buzz and fake anger, when in fact the performance by Joaquin Phoenix was exceptionally nuanced, which was in part of the terrifying nature of it, but the outright psychopathic nature of Jared Leto's performance is one of the things that audiences have kind of fallen in love with over the span of the last 4 years. Now, he followed this up with another tweet from just this morning saying that Jared was pretty mistreated during this. No one has seen his performance. It was ripped out of the movie. Now think about that. We know that David Ayer, director, writer, producer of Suicide Squad, wrote all of the Joker content. They shot a bunch of Joker content because the movie was being relatively billed as Joker and the Suicide Squad, kind of like Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey. But they ended up cutting out the vast majority of the content and working around it. This is one of the reasons why we want the Ayer cut. This is a reason why fans want to see this movie come to fruition, because there's a performance there that we didn't get. There's a performance there that is probably really, really, really good. Now, is it going to make Suicide Squad a better movie? I have no idea, but it's the artistic vision that I'm interested in. It's the artistic journey that I'm fascinated by, and I really want to see what David Ayer had in store. I think he's a fantastic filmmaker. I love the way he puts together his films. He's made some great movies and he's made some bombs, but you know, a lot of filmmakers have as well. But still, as long as the artistic integrity and their vision is intact, I would like to see it. And I think a lot of other people out there want to see it too. So when we talk about the Ayer cut, when we talk about what it could possibly mean and why it's important to fans who loved Zack Snyder's Justice League being announced, it's because this does somewhat set up future elements of the DCEU, as well as give us some of the performances that would have maybe kept audiences coming back for more, which then could have changed the entire face of where we find ourselves right now. Now, obviously, if things were different, the 2019 Joker would not have happened, but that same story could have potentially been told from just another character's perspective and almost had the same kind of societal impact. The only reason why it was as big as it was simply because it was called Joker. And it came out at a time of civil unrest in this country, especially this week, if you've been paying attention. But I still want to see this over-the-top, crazy comic book edition version of the Joker, because it's just another one to add to the pantheon of different performances like Nicholson and Ledger and Mark Hamill. And you know what? Those are all great, and we love all of those. Who doesn't love Cesar Romero from back in the day, right? The performances are always different, but I feel like we got to see more of those performances. I would like to see this one. And I think a lot of you out there probably would as well. So let me know down in the comments below if this is something you guys are interested in. Let me know if there's anything else in the future you want me to cover. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at mjarbo, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, type Joker in the comments so I know, and I'll be sure to heart it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you again for watching, and peace out.